Hello everyone, my name is Mirko and welcome back to another brand new Apex Legends video. So in today's video guys, I'm going to be showing you something really crucial that I do every time I'm engaging in a close-up gunfight, and this trick really helps me out and it really outsmarts almost every opponent I go against. So I'd just like to take a moment to thank everyone that is subscribed to the channel because we've hit 3,000 subscribers and we're 997,000 away from the big 1 million guys. If we can reach that in the next week, that'll be absolutely amazing. Anyways, onwards and forwards to the video. So when you're engaging in an up-close gunfight with another enemy, a lot of people seem to think it comes down to a 50-50, and in some cases that can be the way. I mean, it depends who has more accuracy in that close quarter engagement, but some people don't actually understand there is a third thing you can do, and this actually works really well. So when you're engaging up close with an enemy, I'm just going to pause the video here. In this situation, I'm sure most of you guys would have either peeked back at the enemy and engaged in a gunfight or run away, but there's actually another thing you can do which is really unpredictable, and most enemies will never see this coming. You can get the high ground straight away. Now for this to work, you want to make sure you're getting the high ground as soon as possible, and you want to make sure the enemy can't see you for that split second that you're actually getting the high ground. And the enemy's going to think you're coming from two different directions, but in fact there's a third direction you're going to be coming from, and that is from above them. And as you can also see, the enemy starts shooting at my previous location because that was the most predictable spot to be in, but he didn't actually realize that I was going to come from high up, and that's why you can really be unpredictable and use this to your advantage when you're engaging in close quarter engagements. Obviously you're going to have some sort of cover there with you, but you can honestly use it with any type of cover guys. It's really effective, and as you can see from multiple examples, enemies really are clueless as to where I am when I'm shooting at them, and it takes a lot of time for them to actually click on and actually understand where they're being shot from. Because if, for example, we take a circle of cover and we put an enemy on one side and we put you on one side, the enemy is going to be aiming towards the right and the left, and they're going to expect you to come from the right or the left. But if you actually climb onto that circle and come in from above at a different direction and a different angle, the enemy is just going to be completely baffled, and this is a really good way to outsmart every opponent. And I've also done this against really good players. You know, when you go into a game and you see who the champions are from last game, I've had multiple players that have had hundreds of wins, and I've completely baffled them using this technique. So I just want to go into more detail on how you can pull this method off. So when you are running behind cover, the second you have got behind cover and you are clear from the enemy, that's when you can jump up onto the cover. But you don't want to jump up onto the cover if the enemy can see you. You want to make sure you've run past the cover and the cover is blocking the sight and vision between you and your enemy. That's when you jump up onto the cover, and the enemy is probably going to start chasing where you were previously running as well. They're probably going to be going in circles, and they don't actually realize that you've been smart enough to climb on top of the piece of cover and shoot them from above. Now the higher the cover, the more effective this trick is. If we take a look at artillery, for example, them little circle balls you see in artillery, they're actually really good, because if you're being shot at in that middle part of artillery and you run behind the cover, if you climb on top of that dome and look down towards the enemies are really clueless as to where they're being shot from, and it gives you about a second or two to get some clear, easy shots onto the enemies. So that's just an example of the perfect type of cover to use this method for. But you can use it for all types of cover, as long as the cover's tall enough to not expose you whilst you're climbing up. And as I said, the second you do run past cover, you want to make sure you're climbing up immediately. You want to make sure you're climbing to the top as quick as possible, because the enemy's going to keep chasing you around and try looking for you, and the quicker you climb on top, the more easier this is. So the three main factors here are get to cover, climb on top of the form of cover, and then start shooting down at the enemy. Use these 3 steps on every form of cover you have, and only if you're engaging in close quarter engagements with the enemies, and I guarantee you guys will really pull off some smart kills. So anyway guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to actually make this video because it's something I use all the time in Apex Legends to outsmart opponents, and I wanted to share this with you guys because it really does help me and it saves my life quite a lot of times as well. So anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure you're dropping a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you're not subscribed already, be sure you're doing that down below as well, so you don't miss out on any tips like these, which are very specific to certain situations. So anyway, thank you all for watching this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch all of you guys out in another brand new Apex Legends video.